Okay, there's some pretty interesting goings on going on right now, so it's time to put on our big boy brain caps and maybe do a little bit of light conspiracy theorizing, okay? We might have to wildly speculate out here on the internet right now because something very, very interesting is happening here on the internet. We might be dealing with a title fight comeback. Now, this comes off the heels of my video that I made maybe last week before about title fight. And it's a pretty good little video. If you haven't seen it, I say go back and check it out. But in that video, I outlined that these guys are my favorite band of all time. They make the best music that has ever existed, in my opinion, and I longed for them to come back because they just did a soft hiatus. There was never an official announcement, all right? The guy, the Ned guy from the band, he went on to do another band, okay, called Glitterer, and there's no more mention of title fight. But today, something very interesting happened, and today I have to mention it. It has to do with a record label. It has to do with the members of Title Fight. It has to do with a website, and it has to do with Instagram.com, another website. So we're going to get into all of that in just a little bit. But before we do, I'm going to introduce myself, if that's all right. My name is Dan Frampton. I run a YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com all about punk rock music. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You can like the video, or you can become a member to the channel and join these people on this graphic right here in the secret society. Okay, so without any further ado, let's talk about Purple Circle Records, which is a great name for a record label, but this is a brand new record label that launched their Instagram today with 2 posts, all right, outlining their 2 records that they have available right away, which happens to be a Title Fight EP, the Kingston 7-inch, and a Glitterer 7-inch called Not Glitterer, the second press, okay? Oh no, this one is an LP, sorry. But anyway, the members of Title Fight are back together releasing music, okay? Now that might be what I titled this video, Title Fight are back together releasing music, and that much is true, but we haven't gotten an official announcement that Title Fight are actually going to be putting out new original music. But wouldn't that just be insane? But this EP that they're re-releasing over here was released on Attic Records and this other record label that I'm forgetting right now. But anyway, either way, those record labels are defunct, which means they have the right to put out this EP on their record label, and you might be familiar with some of the songs on it. They're on that The Last Thing That You Forget extended LP that they put out with a collection of songs and stuff. But anyway, it's really cool that they got these songs and they're putting them out on these little 7-inch vinyl. But you go over to the website and it's already sold out. These posts went up 7 hours ago as of recording this video, and already people are like, all right, we'll gobble those up real quick, all right? Now, I don't see a lot of chit-chat, a lot of chatter going on about the return of Title Fight. But what this means to me is that they are at least open to releasing Title Fight music because they have released Title Fight music. And the interesting thing about this, I looked up like the registry of this website, and it's actually registered here in Toronto, which is very interesting. I'm not going to give away the actual address, even though it's like easily findable or whatever, but you know what I mean. So I found that part of it interesting as well. We got a potential Title Fight reunion happening here in Toronto. That is absolutely wild. But it says here, Title Fight released Kingston, their debut 7-inch, in February 2008 on Flight Plan and Attic Records. Shortly after its release, both labels went defunct, and their 3-song EP was re-released in 2009 on 6 Feet Under Records with an updated layout. I'm just so stoked that this is all happening in 2023 and that Title Fight are actively updating Instagram pages right now. So if this possibly means that they're open to writing songs, putting out a record, and touring, wouldn't that just like blow the mind of the entire punk rock community. And I'm out here to wildly speculate, okay? Now this might be a little bit of foreshadowing. Maybe they're like maybe forecasting a little bit too much by doing this website over here, by doing this record label. But I do absolutely 99.9% think that we will be getting new Title Fight stuff. Now, does that mean new videos? Does that mean a new tour? Does that mean a new package? I'm not exactly sure. Are they going to stay in that hyper-view mindset? Are they going to do a whole bunch of like different stuff? Who knows what's going on with this band? But the fact that they're out here actively doing stuff means that we can recklessly speculate. So here's what I would love more than anything. I'm just gonna kind of like fantasy book this for a little bit. So what are we in now? We're in like September of 2023. This thing came out like 7 hours ago, right before Labor Day. So we're like inching right into like the school year, the new kind of like fiscal year and all that sort of stuff. We're gonna be ramping up to the holidays, and then we're gonna be rounding the bases to a new year, okay? Now this year has been pretty underwhelming when it comes to like hardcore type music. Some of the hardcore records, EPs and demos, splits and stuff are going to be making my top 100, but last year was such a hot year for hardcore that 2023 looks kind of subpar like in comparison. But if Title Fight were to surprise release the way that Tsunami surprise released earlier, that would blow us away. Okay, that would be so crazy, and it would change the narrative of punk rock and hardcore and that whole scene of 2023. If 2023 was the year that Title Fight came back, no matter what happened before it, could have been anything, could have been the worst year in punk, could have been the best year in punk. If it is the year that Title Fight returned to form, well, that's going to outshadow everything, okay? That's going to be the CM Punk pipe bomb. That's going to be Brawl Out, okay? That's going to be the thing that we all walk away from talking about if that were to happen. So here's what I say is gonna happen. Maybe December, November time, they're gonna drop a full-length record, okay? I think that. I absolutely do, and I'm okay to be wrong. I'm kind of trying to manifest it, if anything else, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm probably gonna be wrong. They probably just have a record label right now because they want to have a record label. You know, they're passionate about records. They like vinyl. They want to release some stuff. But if you go over to their website and you click over to like their contact, it'll tell you right here that they're not accepting demos at this time. And what that tells me is that they have a plan. You don't start a record label with no products, you know what I mean? That tells me that they have a plan to release products. And right away, they had 2 products off launch, but you're not gonna like rest your laurels on your release date products. They have to have a business plan because a record label at the end of the day is a business, and nobody starts a business without a business plan. So with all that being said, I absolutely believe that there will be substantial releases on this record label. That I can say 100%. I mean, that I can say with 100% certainty, but will those substantial releases be Title Fight releases? My prediction is yes. Yes, they will. Purple Circle Records. What an amazing label name. Okay, Purple Circle, that's great. And that shows us that Title Fight are actively being DIY. They're out there being enterprising. Like Title Fight can be today's like Ian Mackay. They could be today's Discord Records, SST, and that kind of thing. And if all of this were to roll out the way that I have envisioned in my mind and the way that I sort of kind of outlined here, then they totally would be. They would absolutely 100% take that spot in the culture for today. And I think that is amazing. And if it's happening all at the location that I saw in Toronto and that makes it local to here, well, that's just going to attach me to it even more. But I can't say that with any certainty, you know what I mean? A lot of companies have like places all over the place and things can be registered here and operate over here. So who knows about any of that? I can't say that it's going to be in Toronto indefinitely. But this was the original layout of the record over here, at least the artwork over here. And they're changing it a bit, and they're only doing that little Polaroid thing from the top, and they're making the whole album art that, which I think is pretty good. It looks pretty sick. And if I were to get it, I would obviously get the little purple one. It's Purple Circle Records. You gotta get the purple one, right? Yeah, clearly. Look at the purple one. That is totally the one that I would be getting. Now, if they do a second release of this, I'm gonna have to be pretty quick because this sold out insanely fast, and I definitely want to get my hands on this 7-inch. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Purple Circle Records, the potential return of the greatest band to ever be a band. All right, Title Fight, my favorite band of all time. They might be making a comeback, and based upon all of this evidence, I'm wildly speculating that they're gonna. Thank you so much for being here as I talked about this today. If you want to join the channel and be a part of the secret society, that's right, that's a Title Fight thing that I'm using for my channel. That's how much I love this band. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and until my next upload, you can watch these other uploads I put up over here. Okay, see you later.